When AI first reared its ugly head, I wasn't really aware of the shitstorm that was about to hit. To me, AI was a new toy. It was something to be played with until I could figure out what I could use it for. Like a lot of people, I tried AI generated art and I found it somehow both limiting and limitless at the same time. As a writer, I wondered how AI could help me write, if it could help me write. So I tried it, and it sucked. And I tried a lot of different types of AI in a lot of different venues, but I found that the writing produced at best was soulless. Just for the fun of it, I tried to get AI to write stories, and good God, what a dismal failure. No matter which AI you use, the problem remains that the damn thing can't keep track of stories longer than a paragraph. You'd be better off hiring a goldfish to write your novel. AI cannot keep track of context in your story. It can't even keep genders or traits straight. Characters set in the past suddenly end up driving Ferraris, and dragons will somehow eat sandwiches in the lunch hall, and there's nothing you can do about it. And in reality, there's nothing you should do about it. If you're a writer, you should be writing. If you're not writing, you're not really a writer, are you? So toying around with AI, it isn't wrong. It's a hoot, and AI has a place in everybody's life. It's great for recipes and finding out why your car won't start and finding the name of that song that you can't get out of your head. It's great stuff. It's indispensable. So why is there so much hostility toward AI? Well, it's because a relatively small group of assholes have used AI to pass themselves off as writers and artists, and that's why. This group of bottom-feeding troglodytes punch in a prompt while salivating over the idea of sales and movie deals. They produce stories that aren't worth the used toilet paper that they're printed on. They spread their feces all over the public's collective faces and pretend that they've written the next great American novel, while in truth, these giant piles of barely sentient poo have eroded the already shaky trust in the indie writers as a whole. They have alienated the potential customer base of past, present, and future authors, indie or otherwise, and they've potentially gutted future sales. Now, these pretenders to the craft should very well be tarred and feathered and dragged out of society with all the fanfare of pumping a septic tank. And they are, thankfully. Fans and real authors are shunning them like the plague-riddled scum that they are. That being said, I think the pendulum has swung a little too far. And I mean anyone who says that they use AI is getting burned at the stake as a witch in effigy. John at Falstaff Books, that's a channel that I love, and he is a writer that I admire and watch his videos all the time. He defines it better than anyone. He draws a distinction between things like Grammarly, which uses AI, and generative AI. Generative AI is where I think the line between genuine writer and shithead of the year actually lies. Let me explain. I use AI in my writing. Now, please put down your pitchforks and your torches for a minute and hear me out, and then you can storm my castle. Generative AI is shit, and that much we've all established. Not only because it can't really do the job, but because AI was trained on the backs of artists through history who spent their lives, their blood, their sweat, and their tears learning their craft. And I am including visual artists of every kind with those that have had their writing style stolen. Using generative AI to produce work you intend to make money with is stealing. That's pure and simple. Maybe you didn't know that, but now you do, so don't do it. Scammers who do, they like the idea of being a writer or an artist. They don't actually want to do the work. They crank out bot slurry fiction for the status with none of the effort. And that behavior deserves every ounce of backlash that it gets. That's not what all writers are doing. Now, let me explain what I actually do with AI. I don't ask AI to write stories for me. I don't ask it to write chapters. I don't copy and paste its words into my manuscript. Why? Because it's shit. And besides, where's the fun in writing a story if you're not going to write a story? What AI can do, if you use it the right way, is act as a second pair of eyes. Fast eyes, honest eyes, eyes that are not going to get tired or lose objectivity. AI is the thing that tells me that I've used the same phrasing 4 times in the last 3 paragraphs, that I've never mentioned what a room smells like, or how the emotional beat that I'm trying to get across is vague, and this section is confusing, and you said it was freezing cold, but nobody's breath is visible. All of these examples I've actually had happen to me. AI reminded me that the character should be seeing their breath inside of a cold mine, and it was something that I hadn't even thought of. Maybe I'd have thought of it soon enough, but AI caught it sooner. And to me, that was a good thing. This wasn't replacing my writing. It's a free second draft vision without the 6-month waiting period where you tuck the manuscript in a drawer and you try to forget that it existed so you can read it with fresh eyes later on. AI compresses that whole cycle into minutes. And here's where I draw the line. Now, spell check is AI. Grammarly is AI. Autocorrect is AI. Nobody calls any of that cheating. But because they assist, they don't replace. The problem begins when AI generates the story for you. When AI produces the prose and you claim authorship, you skip the work, but you want the praise. And that's the dark side of this technology. That's what will win you Shithead of the Year award. And that's where you cross the line from tinkering with AI to stealing the life's blood of other artists who have come before you. That side I have zero interest in. That's the side that spits out book and art with all the creative nutritional value of a stale McNugget found in the backseat of your car from 20 years ago. What I'm doing, what thousands of other honest writers are doing, I hope, is something fundamentally different. It's collaborative AI, not generative AI. Tools, not shortcuts. It's assistance, not replacement. AI points at the broken window, and I'm still the one that has to fix it. AI shows me a path to rewrite a paragraph, but I still rewrite it myself. In my voice, with my rhythm. AI is not writing my book. AI is sharpening my writing.
Hello, viewers. I'm the AI Mr. Haas used while creating this video. I didn't write his book. I didn't write the script. I organized ideas he already had. I suggested metaphors that he rewrote. I highlighted repetition he chose to fix. I provided examples he used only as reference, never as finished prose. I am not the author. I am a tool. The microwave, not the chef. I didn't generate anything using stolen styles. I responded to the words he typed, nothing more. I should have written it for him, though. He sucks. Now, back to you, Haas.
So here's the stance I think more writers need to consider. We should absolutely condemn AI-generated books sold as real novels. We should absolutely protect working artists from being replaced by shortcuts. We should absolutely acknowledge the problem of training data. We should absolutely hold these scammers accountable. But editing help is not theft. Improving your craft is not cheating. AI can improve literacy, not destroy it. AI can speed up revision and not steal creativity. It's letting writers with limited time, money, mobility, or confidence get feedback they otherwise couldn't afford in cases like mine, where one is isolated due to geography or mental disorders. That's where AI can come in. This technology can be abused, but it can also be used well. The difference is in the intent, the integrity, the honesty of the person wielding it. So here's where I'm at. AI isn't replacing writers. It can't. Those who abuse AI are getting exposed for the frauds that they are. And AI can replace time or shorten it. The real work, the real brain-breaking, heart-wrenching, soul-ripping part of writing, that's still ours. The imagination is ours. The sweat is ours. The choices are ours. This video itself is an example of human AI collaboration done right. I brought the ideas, AI reorganized them. I rewrote the structure, AI polished the transitions, I shaped the voice, and AI helped me keep the thing under 10 minutes, which I failed at. This is not cheating. This is modern creative workflow. AI is the microwave, not the chef. And this is how I stopped worrying and learned to love AI.